Let me ask you something important. How valuable do you really think your time is? When you look back, do you see moments that were truly worth it? The reality is, every single moment in life is precious. We are granted just 24 hours each day, and once time passes, it never returns. Every decision we make about how we use our time influences every aspect of our lives. If you're constantly consumed by the lives of others, constantly worrying about the struggles and problems surrounding you, then you're missing out on the chance to invest in yourself. You're wasting the most priceless resource you have, time. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This means you have control over yourself, not the world around you. So why waste time worrying about things beyond your control? Why not focus on building a better life, starting from within? Today, I invite you to explore 6 powerful Stoic principles with me. Principles that will help you refocus on yourself and stop squandering precious time. But before we dive in, leave a comment saying, "I focus on myself and stop wasting my time," and get ready for a transformation in the way you approach life. Principle number 1, the dangers of comparison. There's a harsh truth we must face. We are constantly bombarded by images of success, beauty, and achievements, often designed to fuel comparisons. The real danger of comparison is that it distracts us from the true purpose of life, focusing on our own growth and development. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This quote urges us to look inward, to measure our progress based on our own potential, rather than the fleeting standards set by others. Every moment spent comparing yourself to someone else is a moment you've lost in your journey toward personal growth. Time is our most valuable resource. It is finite, and once it's gone, it never returns. We cannot afford to squander it by measuring our lives against the achievements of others. When we compare, we temporarily lose focus on our own path, living for the expectations of others rather than for our own fulfillment. The trap of comparison is subtle but dangerous. It steals both time and energy. Instead of focusing on external markers of success like money, status, or recognition, invest in your own development. This journey of growth is yours alone. True growth comes from continuous self-improvement, from listening to your inner voice rather than getting lost in the noise of external comparisons. Self-awareness is the first step. You cannot grow unless you truly understand yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, and potential. Without this clarity, any effort at improvement is misguided. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Self-awareness leads to self-empowerment and ultimately to real progress. Once you've gained this understanding, the next step is to set clear and achievable goals, goals that align with your true potential. The journey to self-improvement isn't about trying to do everything at once. It's about steady, consistent progress. Small victories lead to greater confidence and motivation to keep moving forward. Consider Oprah Winfrey's story. When she began her career in television, she faced rejection, criticism, and disdain from many in the industry. But instead of comparing herself to others, she focused on her unique strengths and dedicated herself to personal growth. Her journey wasn't about competing with others. It was about creating a space for herself. Oprah's show became one of the most successful programs in television history, changing the landscape of talk shows worldwide. Her story is a perfect example of how focusing on your own path, instead of comparing yourself to others, leads to extraordinary success. By focusing on your own development, you gradually stop feeling the need to measure yourself against others. The dangers of comparison also lead to insecurity and low self-esteem. But when you focus on your own growth, you regain control over your emotions and self-worth. Confidence no longer comes from others' validation, but from your own belief in your abilities. So I ask you, how much time have you wasted today comparing yourself to others or wishing you had a different life? Marcus Aurelius taught us that the key to a fulfilling life is not chasing others' ideals, but developing our own character. It's time to stop comparing, stop wasting precious moments, and focus on the most important project, yourself. Principle number 2, embracing progress over perfection. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking a perfect version of ourselves or our work. The desire for perfection not only adds unnecessary pressure, but also hinders progress. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, remind us that progress, not perfection, is the key to peace and long-term success. When we embrace the fact that life is an ongoing journey, we can find strength in making small, consistent improvements rather than striving for the unattainable. The first step toward progress is learning to detach from negativity, whether it's external negativity from others or the negative thoughts we carry inside ourselves. In a challenging situation, instead of reacting emotionally, focus on the positives. This is not weakness, it's inner strength. By choosing not to react to negativity, you regain control over your emotions and preserve your self-respect. The negative thoughts within us, like, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," are often the greatest obstacles to our progress. These invisible barriers prevent us from moving forward, but with the Stoic mindset, we can overcome them, step by step. Trying new things is essential for progress. However, to move forward, it's crucial not to chase perfection, but to confront and replace negative thoughts with positive ones. For example, when faced with a difficult task and thoughts like, "I can't do this," remind yourself instead, "I can learn and improve every day." This shift in mindset will boost your self-confidence and foster a positive outlook. A key part of progress is learning to let go of the past. We often carry old wounds and past mistakes, which weigh us down and hinder our growth. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrongdoing, but freeing ourselves from anger and resentment. When you release the past, you make room for new opportunities and personal development. Building positive habits is also crucial for maintaining progress. Surround yourself with uplifting people, engage in inspiring activities, and practice gratitude, even during tough times. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before she became the best-selling author of Harry Potter, she faced extreme challenges, including poverty, unemployment, and repeated rejection from publishers. Instead of succumbing to negativity, she persisted with a positive mindset, writing every day and maintaining self-belief. Her gratitude for the lessons learned, even in hardship, helped her rise to success. The final element of progress is personal discipline and patience. Success doesn't always come easily, but persistence and discipline will help you overcome obstacles. Instead of striving for perfection, focus on small, manageable goals and make steady progress, one step at a time. Whether your progress is big or small, it's worth celebrating. Focus on building positive habits, maintaining discipline, and ensuring you're not wasting your precious time. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What does progress over perfection mean to you? Share your opinions in the comments below. Principle number 3, rejecting distractions. Imagine, for a moment, that time is your most precious and irreplaceable resource. How would you treat it? Marcus Aurelius, with his timeless wisdom, might say that every moment we allow to slip away without purpose is a moment we can never reclaim. Reflecting on how we spend our time encourages us to focus on what truly matters and reject distractions that detract from our potential. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, constant notifications, endless emails, and the lure of entertainment can steal our most valuable asset, time. Marcus Aurelius understood that to live a meaningful life, we must be strict protectors of our time. By doing so, we attract people who respect our time just as much as we do. This is a silent but powerful declaration of self-worth. When you stop allowing external factors or others to dictate how you use your time, you show respect for yourself and prioritize what truly aligns with your core values. So how do we begin rejecting distractions? The first step is to identify and minimize sources of distraction. We often find ourselves endlessly scrolling through social media, responding to unimportant emails, or attending purposeless meetings. These are the time thieves of our modern lives. By setting clear boundaries and disengaging from these distractions, we create more space for what truly matters. A practical strategy is to allocate specific times to check emails or browse social media, ensuring these activities don't consume your entire day. Purposeful time management isn't about filling every moment with activity, but focusing on the quality of what you do. For instance, if you're working on a task that requires deep thought, it's essential to give yourself uninterrupted time to fully engage with it. Stoic philosophy encourages us to value not only the outcomes but also the process. Every moment spent on meaningful work is a moment well spent. Building good time management habits is one of the most effective tools we have. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, cultivating habits for managing time strengthens our focus and productivity. Start by dedicating just 15 minutes a day to an uninterrupted task that aligns with your goals. Over time, these small moments will accumulate, becoming a powerful habit that supports your growth. It's also crucial to surround yourself with people who respect your time. The people you spend time with greatly influence how you use it. If you're surrounded by individuals who constantly distract you or drain your energy, it's time to set clear boundaries. Stoics like Epictetus emphasize the importance of choosing friends wisely, as their influence can either propel you forward or hold you back. Learn to say no to relationships that don't support your growth and make space for those who uplift and encourage you. Equally important is eliminating negativity from your life. Negative influences, whether from people, in some cases, rejecting negative relationships might require tough decisions. Perhaps you have a colleague who undermines your efforts, or a friend who constantly drags drama into your life. Recognize that your time and energy are too valuable to waste on such relationships. It might be necessary to have difficult conversations to set boundaries, or in extreme cases, to cut ties completely. By doing this, you're not just protecting your time, you're honoring yourself. Ultimately, protecting your time is the greatest act of self-respect. It signals that you value your potential, your goals, and your future. When you stop allowing distractions to dictate your life, you take control of your destiny. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that time is finite, and how we spend it reflects who we are and who we are becoming. By mastering the art of time management, we don't just enhance our productivity, we also demonstrate profound respect for ourselves. Looking ahead, the next step in your journey to self-mastery is learning to focus on yourself. How can you prioritize what truly matters and make choices that align with your deepest values? Principle number 4, the value of focusing on yourself. What would your life look like if you chose to focus entirely on yourself? This isn't about selfishness, but about reclaiming your energy and time to become the person you aspire to be. At the heart of personal development is setting clear goals and working toward them daily, much like an athlete training for a competition. Each training session builds endurance, hones skills, and prepares for bigger challenges. Similarly, committing to your goals and making consistent efforts develops resilience and strengthens your capabilities. For example, if you aim to learn something new, such as programming or public speaking, consistent effort over time can turn what once seemed impossible into a reality. However, to truly excel, you must eliminate distractions. Just as clearing debris is essential to laying a strong foundation, removing toxic influences and unnecessary commitments helps you focus on what truly matters. Consider the example of Jane, a professional balancing a demanding job with personal goals. By saying no to endless social obligations and time-wasting habits like mindless web browsing, she made space to earn a new certification, which led to a promotion. Jane's story highlights the transformative power of decluttering your life. An essential pillar of growth is maintaining a curious learning mindset. Reading books, listening to podcasts, or exploring new ideas keeps your mind sharp and adaptable. For example, a business leader who regularly reads about industry trends is better equipped to navigate challenges creatively, staying ahead in a competitive field. However, all these efforts are futile without the backbone of discipline. Discipline serves as the steady hand guiding you through moments when motivation wanes. Imagine a student preparing for an important exam. On days when enthusiasm fades, their disciplined study habits ensure consistent progress. Discipline isn't a constraint, it's the key to maintaining momentum when initial excitement fades. Patience is also crucial in this journey. Growth rarely follows a straight path, and obstacles or delays are inevitable. Instead of yielding to frustration, embrace patience. This allows you to persist through the valleys. Think of a gardener tending to a tree. Despite months of care, no visible growth occurs, but they trust the process, knowing the roots must form before the tree can flourish. Similarly, your personal growth mirrors this organic development. Learning to appreciate the journey rather than just focusing on the destination enriches the experience. Life's milestones are fleeting, but the lessons and habits you cultivate along the way stay with you. Take a marathon runner, for example. Their sense of accomplishment doesn't only come from crossing the finish line, but from the discipline, training, and resilience built during the preparation. To maximize growth, you must fiercely protect your time. Time is finite and irreplaceable, yet it's often wasted on trivial matters. Imagine treating time as currency. Would you spend it on tasks and interactions that add no value? A conscious approach to time ensures it's wisely invested in activities aligned with your priorities. To achieve this, identify your true priorities and align your daily actions with them. For example, if health is a priority, schedule regular workouts and prepare healthy meals. If relationships matter, dedicate undistracted time to loved ones. These deliberate choices reflect your values and ensure meaningful progress in the areas that matter most. Another key strategy is mastering the art of saying no. This simple word empowers you to protect your time and energy from commitments that don't align with your goals. If you're asked to take on additional tasks at work that don't align with your aspirations, politely decline. This reinforces self-esteem and clarity, allowing you to focus on high-impact activities. The ability to set boundaries is fundamental to personal growth. Boundaries create a protected space where you can thrive. Consider a freelancer who establishes clear working hours. This boundary not only enhances their productivity, but also protects their personal life. Without boundaries, your energy and focus become subject to external demands. In summary, the value of focusing on yourself is priceless. It requires intentionality, discipline, and courage to prioritize your growth over external distractions. Let your journey be guided by timeless wisdom, urging you to transform your potential into reality. How do you set boundaries in your life to protect your growth and peace of mind? Share your strategies in the comments and inspire others. Principle number 5, resilience through self-focus. In the ongoing journey of self-development, one of the most liberating mindsets is shifting from the pursuit of perfection to embracing step-by-step progress. This approach not only alleviates the pressure of achieving perfection, but also nurtures resilience through growth and self-focus. The journey of focusing on oneself starts with a critical question. Are you striving to meet unattainable standards, or are you committed to improving a little at a time? Focusing on progress means acknowledging that small, consistent efforts lead to significant change. This mindset naturally builds resilience, adaptability, and learning capacity, enabling you to persevere in the face of setbacks. For example, imagine training for a marathon. Rather than obsessing over a record-breaking time, you celebrate small milestones, running an extra mile, shaving a few seconds off your pace, or simply maintaining your training regimen on tough days. Each step reinforces your strength and boosts your confidence in your ability to improve. When viewed through the lens of progress, failures are no longer obstacles. They become valuable learning opportunities. In Stoic philosophy, failure is not a source of shame, but a catalyst for improvement. Marcus Aurelius taught us to recognize the practical lessons from our setbacks. When we make mistakes, we ask, what can I learn from this? How can I adapt? This mindset preserves mental energy and equips us with the tools to grow and thrive. Focusing on progress also enhances performance and adaptability. Life is full of the unexpected, and a mindset clinging to safety can falter under pressure. In contrast, prioritizing fundamental options and staying adaptable allows us to reassess as circumstances change. Consider a professional working on a project but facing unforeseen changes. Instead of succumbing to failure, they recalibrate their priorities, devise creative solutions, and ultimately exceed initial expectations. This flexibility, born from a commitment to progress, becomes an invaluable asset in both personal life and work. Another critical aspect of resilience through self-focus is the ability to embrace feedback. Instead of viewing feedback as criticism, treat it as a valuable compass for growth. Imagine a writer sharing their work with a mentor. Initial feedback might highlight weaknesses in style or structure, but instead of seeing it as failure, the writer uses it to improve. This willingness to accept and apply feedback fosters continuous improvement and enhances unique skills. A progress-focused mindset also encourages the acceptance of imperfection as a natural part of growth. The fear of making mistakes often stifles creativity and limits potential. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In personal development, perseverance is your constant companion. Building something meaningful, whether it's a skill, career, or relationship, requires time and consistent effort. Resilience through self-focused work means committing to the process rather than clinging to immediate results. Think of a gardener planting seeds. They understand that the seeds won't bloom overnight. They nurture the soil, trust the process, and know that growth is happening beneath the surface. Your personal growth mirrors this organic process, and this mindset fosters fulfillment at every stage of progress. By shedding the burden of perfection, we experience greater joy and satisfaction in the journey itself. Success is no longer defined by an unattainable ideal, but by the fulfillment found in consistent effort and alignment with oneself. Over time, this approach builds a foundation of resilience and strength, preparing us to face challenges with composure and determination. Principle 6. Final motivational insights. Imagine standing in the middle of a room full of noise, with everyone discussing success, fame, and distant goals. They eagerly try to impress with their achievements, but in the corner of the room sits one person in silence. His gaze is deep, as if questioning himself, is what I'm doing truly important to me, or am I just seeking the recognition of others? This is the core lesson Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome, emphasized. He was not only a great leader, but also someone who understood the power of patience and the importance of focusing on what truly matters, the personal journey. When you stop wasting time on things beyond your control, you realize that focusing on yourself is not just a choice, it's a deeply meaningful way of life. Every day, we make countless small decisions that, though seemingly insignificant, shape who we become. From how we react to challenges to how we choose to spend our time, each decision is a brick in the foundation of our future. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in Meditations, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This reminder not only highlights our power to control our destiny, but also affirms that focusing on your personal journey is the true way to honor yourself. When you focus on what matters most to you, you are not just living, you are living with purpose. Committing to your dreams is not just an action, it's a quiet declaration that your goals are worth it. However, to follow this path, you need a strong mindset, one rooted in your core values, rather than in seeking approval from others. A vivid example of this mindset is the marathon runner who doesn't race to be the fastest but to overcome himself with every step. He doesn't compare himself to other runners or worry about judgment. He only focuses on his breath and footsteps. In the end, he doesn't just finish the race, he experiences the profound meaning of commitment, truth in action, and dignity in will. To focus on your own path, you must have the courage to face challenges. Life is filled with obstacles, judgment, failure, and temptations that make you want to give up. But remember, each difficulty is a lesson and an opportunity to build your legacy. Imagine climbing a high mountain. Every painstaking step, every scratch on your hands, gives you inner strength and brings you closer to the summit. As Marcus Aurelius affirmed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. When you respect your personal journey, you build self-confidence and free yourself from the pressure of competing with others. This doesn't mean isolating yourself, but understanding that your path is unique and the speed and direction are decided by you. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that instead of seeking recognition from others, we should look within and ask, am I living in accordance with my values? Life is a series of priorities. When you focus on your values and goals, you no longer get swept up in the whirlwind of comparison or societal expectations. A small story illustrates this point. A gardener spends his life nurturing a tree. He doesn't pay attention to the gossip or opinions about his work. He only focuses on the tree he is caring for. After many years, the tree blooms and bears fruit, and people begin to admire his work. But for the gardener, the true meaning lies in the daily act of caring for the tree, not in the admiration of others. Your journey is unique. There will be times when you feel tired, want to stop, or doubt whether you're on the right path. But remember, each step, no matter how small, matters. Patience not only helps you overcome challenges, but also serves as proof of your inner strength. Be patient on your journey, and don't waste time on things beyond your control. Trust that every right choice you make today will lead to a fuller, more meaningful life. We've explored the power of focusing on ourselves and avoiding the waste of time, a valuable lesson from Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy. Through this video, I hope you realize that self-control and focusing on what matters not only lead to success, but are also the keys to living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. So, what about you? What makes you feel like you're wasting the most time, and what will you do to change that? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a 1 in the comments. If you have suggestions for improvement, leave a 0. We're always listening to make things better. Don't forget to hit like if you found this video useful, share it to spread a meaningful message, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. A new video will appear at the bottom of the screen. Don't hesitate to click and continue your journey of building inner strength and finding inspiration. See you in the next video.